in Tamil Nadu, political realignments may be underway. The call given for a unified AIADMK has not cut the ice with EPS. EPS, in fact, is in Delhi and will hold a meeting with Union Home Minister Amit Shah tonight at 8 p.m. Meanwhile, AMMK chief TTV Dhinakaran has hinted at the formation of a new alliance led by actor Vijay TVK, calling it certain, though he stopped short of confirming AMMK's participation in the alliance. Dhinakaran, however, ruled out any pact with the BJP, insisting that AMMK will not be part of an alliance where AIADMK's Edapadi K. Paneerselvam is projected as the chief ministerial candidate.
ஒன்றை மாத்திரம் நான் சொல்றேன், எனது அனுபவத்தில் எங்கள் இயக்கத்தின் மீது உள்ள நம்பிக்கையிலும் தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்கள் மீது உள்ள நம்பிக்கையிலும் 75 வயது வருட கட்சிக்கும் 50 வருட கட்சிக்கு இணையாக கட்டமைப்பு உள்ள இயக்கமாக அம்மா மக்கள் முன்னேற்ற கழகம் உருவாகிவிட்டது. உறுதியாக இந்த தேர்தலிலே நாங்கள் அங்கம் வகிக்கிற கூட்டணி ஆட்சி அமைக்கும் என்பதை மாத்திரம் இந்த நேரத்தில் சூசகமாக உங்களுக்கு சொல்லிக் கொள்கிறேன். அவ்வளவுதான்.
Paneerselvam, meanwhile, has been in talks with the state unit of the BJP and AMMK. He has been taking a wait-and-watch policy at the moment. My colleague Varghese is joining us on the broadcast to provide us the context. Varghese, in run-up to the upcoming polls, of course, what are the big surprises as per the latest developments coming in from Tamil Nadu that can now be expected as far as the political circles of Tamil Nadu is concerned?
Well, if you look at the developments in Tamil Nadu, especially when it comes to AIADMK, each faction that is there within the AIADMK, there was a unity call for it, but that did not materialize. And EPS has said that the doors that are shut for the rebels is always going to be shut. That is to say, Sasikalan, Dhinakaran and OPS will not be brought back into the system. Interestingly enough, now what we see is that EPS is again going back to an old alliance that was there, which was broken off because of the Annamalai factor, and he's going back to the BJP, and the state president of the BJP also has been changed. So it looks like the AIADMK BJP alliance is going to be in place just ahead of the 2026 polls. Now what we see is that there is the various factions going their own separate ways with their own separate alliances, and we have the TTV Dhinakaran who is coming from the AMMK headed by Sasikala, who has been a close aide of Jayalalitha during the time when she was the chief minister. This person has in fact hinted that there could be a possibility of an alliance with TVK's Vijay. The Vijay has been quite silent about this possibility of an alliance, but he said that I can subtly hint to you about this, and therefore it's interesting to see that as each faction move on. Paneerselvam, meanwhile, is a person who has kept all options open. He's still in talks with the BJP on one side, and he's still in talks with the AMMK on one side, which is Sasikala and Dhinakaran on one side. So he has kept his options all open, and also sources within say that he's also looking at going it independent and later decide once the elections are over what his situation would be. So clearly each faction within the AIADMK has charted a different course when it comes to alliances. Now how does it affect them? If TTV Dhinakaran as well as Sasikala in fact decide to go with TVK, we could probably see a lot of coastal belts of coastal districts of Tamil Nadu in fact going ahead and having a sway towards the TVK. Meanwhile, there is also a possibility that when it comes to the Konganadu area, which is surrounding Coimbatore and other districts surrounding it, in that particular region we have Sengote, and one of the persons who had given out the clarion call for the unification in AIADMK, well, he could have his own within AIADMK, under EPS itself, have his own group, which could in fact falter for the AIADMK out there, because Sengote did not attend any of the campaigning events that EPS had in fact put out in that region. So that is also a source of concern. But the big question here is that if unification talks have actually failed, or rather it has not cut eyes with EPS, it just shows that EPS is going it alone, and that his alliance with the BJP is something that we'll be looking forward. So AIADMK and all his factions are pulling it in different directions,
right.
But the fact remains is that TVK would in fact wait and watch as well to see how these factions respond to various political developments that's happening.
And we know this massive campaign of the TVK is currently underway, and we know about the momentum that their rallies have been gaining in the past couple of months, Varghese. Amidst all of that, what is the big picture here? If I could ask you, what is the big battle and who all are the top contenders in it?
Well, if you look at right now, the biggest space that has been vacated politically in Tamil Nadu has been that of the AIADMK. After Jayalalitha's demise, the party has not been able to recover itself from a manner where it could become a solidly positioned party against the DMK. And then you have the emergence of TVK, which had all the elements of that what the AIADMK had. AIADMK was in fact led by two stalwarts from the Tamil film industry, and then you have the TVK emerging, run by the current stalwart from the industry, an actor who turned politician. So AIADMK has always survived with the charisma of these actors, and then how the cadres responded to that, and in fact ensured it was brought to the ground. So that is how they in fact survived. But it looks like the very aspect of that AIADMK's existence has been taken away by the TVK. So clearly, at the moment, it is kind of an existential battle to hold on to the current fortresses that they have, so they remain politically relevant. But then there are so many factions like the AMMK, you have the DMDK also, which again tried to emulate what was happening with regard to the AIADMK, and Vijay Khan, the founder, has passed away. His wife is now heading that party. Those are also quite players in this. So then you have the alliances that have already been there, especially you have the VCK, the PMK, the smaller parties as well. How they in fact play out is also something that we need to in fact wait and watch. But majority factor remains is that AIADMK's political space is shrinking, its factionalism is eating it, and therefore right now its alliance with BJP, how it would in fact throw up in the 2026 elections is something we need to wait and watch.
All right, Varghese, thank you so much for joining us and providing us the context with regards to the latest coming in and what's the big picture here as far as the upcoming Tamil Nadu polls are concerned.